Iglesia ni Cristo.
And good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone who is tuning in to INCRadio San Francisco. Today, I'll be your host. My name is Sister Sophia from the District of Bay Area, California, and the local congregation of Burlingame. We actually are broadcasting live from the House of Worship in Burlingame today, where we have an awesome set of panelists who will be telling us all about their experience in the International Kadiwa Meet and Greet. So without any delay, can we go ahead and have you all introduce yourselves? So you can just go ahead down the line for introductions. So Sister, if you could kick us off.
I'm Sister Shauna from the Locale Pacifica.
I'm Sister Felicia from the Locale Pacifica.
And Brother Alex, Locale Pacifica as well.
All right, a lot of Pacifica at this spot, yes. But we also have some who are joining in online as well. So if you all could go ahead and introduce yourselves. Maybe our fellow sister who's a little bit up north from where we're at could go ahead and start off.
Hi, I'm Sister Elaine from San Francisco. Sorry.
Oh, no worries. Thanks so much, Sister Elaine. And we have one joining us from Silicon Valley as well, if our sister could introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Sister Irene Henyo from the locale of San Jose.
Awesome. Thank you, Irene, and thank you so much for joining us today. I'm excited to hear all about the experiences and, even the life-changing memories that you all have from the International Kadiwa Meet and Greet. But before we get into our discussion, we do have a couple of announcements about the upcoming activities that we have just this weekend in our districts of Bay Area, as well as Silicon Valley, California. So we actually will be having a CWS Officers Conference in the local congregation of Hayward. That will be this Sunday at 6 o'clock p.m. And in the District of Silicon Valley, they will be holding their baccalaureate also this Sunday at 6 o'clock p.m. in the local congregation of San Jose. All right. And so that kind of wraps it up for the announcements within our district. Let's go ahead and hop into our discussion and hearing the experiences that you all were able to have in your trip. Brother Alex, could we kick it off with you first? Could you tell us a little bit, what was the Kadiwa Meet and Greet, the International Kadiwa Meet and Greet?
It's pretty much like the name suggests, but it was a 2-3 day event where a bunch of Kadiwa around the world got to meet up in Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Awesome, cool. So Winnipeg, Manitoba, that's in Canada, correct?
Canada,
yes.
Canada.
No, just making sure we share it too for any of those who, because I myself am not familiar with Canada that much at all, and I've never had the chance to be able to go over there. But what was your experiences like? How many other districts also were able to travel all the way to Manitoba, Winnipeg, Canada for the activity as well?
There was actually quite a bit of districts. There were districts from the United States. There were people from the UK, Australia. I think those were like the major ones that I can remember. Are there any? Yeah, but it was a lot of people. I think in total it was over 500, almost 600 brethren that traveled there. So yeah, there was a lot of people.
Well, that's really great. And, knowing that this was an international activity, that's awesome too, because it wasn't just us in California who were there, it was all around the world. I want to hear from our panelists who are joining in online as well. What was it like being able to, meet someone from across the world, knowing that this was an international activity? How about Sister Elaine? What was it like for you? Were you able to meet anyone from I don't know, maybe of Europe or somewhere? That's where I'm thinking of first.
I definitely think that I met a couple of brethren from the UK, and of course, very few that came from Australia. It was really fun and it was really exciting, as well as like people actually came to the international Kadiwa meet and greet that wasn't from Canada or from the States or anything. So it was really a fun time, and it was a good time meeting everyone.
That's super awesome to hear. And for us who had to fly out from the Bay Area, how long was the flight, if I can ask as well?
I think it was about 5 hours, 5 or 6 hours. We did have a layover though. I know Sister Shauna, Sister Leigh, and I, we flew together, and we had it was an interesting flight.
Yeah.
But at the end, we all made it. We made it, and everything kind of just worked out. But yeah, it was about 5
I think in total,
hours.
with all of the delays, our full travel time was about 12 hours
Oh,
to and
Yeah,
from.
so I think originally our flight was at 10:50 a.m.,
Mm.
but our flight kept getting delayed, and then we had a layover in Minnesota, and then our flight in Minnesota also got delayed. And so when we got to Manitoba, it was almost
Past midnight.
yeah, it was past midnight.
Wow.
So yeah, it was a long day of travel.
Interesting.
The delays did work in our favor though,
Yeah.
because it allowed us to sit next to each other.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it did work in our favor.
Oh, that's good. So it kind of was a more memorable experience because you're able to bond in a different way, even though things were kind of unexpected at the same time, right? Yeah. For our panelists online, do you relate to that as well? Or was there anything about the flight and, that long travel time over that stood out also? For Sister Irene, what was the travel like for you to be able to make it to the meet and greet?
Um, we had a layover also in Minnesota, so we still got there like good in the evening. So yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I know, traveling, even preparing for trips, right? Were there things that you all had to prepare? Was it cold also, by the way, like being in Canada, or was it the same as?
No.
Same weather over here.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be humid, because we're like in the middle of Canada.
Yeah.
But I would say the weather was pretty much like California. I remember that first day. It was funny because when I packed summer clothes basically. But I remember that first day we were there. Like I remember I was wearing slippers. I didn't bring a jacket. But the moment we got out, it was just super windy, and I think we were planning on going to like a cafe or something. But it was so windy, we decided to go back to the hotel, and we decided to go to like the shopping area downstairs instead because we're like, it's too cold. But I know Brother Alex went out. He did a little bit of exploring that first day. So.
Oh, cool. What kind of spots were you able to also find for Alex?
It was mainly just sightseeing because it was kind of a free day for the first day we came, so I was just trying to experience getting out of the U.S. for the first time.
Awesome. And would you all say there was a lot of differences, like compared to California? Like, was it a city environment, or was it more like nature scenes, that kind of thing?
I know. Oh, you want to go?
It was a good mix.
Good
I
mix.
mean, like primarily like where we were staying in Winnipeg, it was kind of like we compared it to like a cleaner version of San Francisco,
Awesome.
like downtown. When we went to the Unlad farm, then it was much more green.
Awesome. Cool. Yeah, because I know I heard about there was a farm, but I didn't realize it was a mix of like city as well as farm together. Awesome. That's cool. And I think, we might have a few shout outs in the live chat as well that are also sharing a little bit about their experiences. So we have our CFO overseer, Brother Alex Lorito, says, happy watching to all the brethren. Greetings from the local congregation of Burlingame District of Bay Area, California. And he says, special shout out to all INCRadio officers and delegates for the International Kadiwa Meet and Greet. We also have Mario Oka, who says, good day here in the Philippines and stay safe, brethren. Greetings from the locale of Brixtonville, District of Caloocan North. And let's see, we have Jay Reyes, happy viewing po from San Pablo locale Brother Vivencio Parto Jr. po. And then we also have Norma Orada, happy viewing for brethren from the locale of San Pablo as well, Bay Area, California. And we have Paola Lorido, hello po from Burlingame, Bay Area, California. Brother Carlos Garcia, greetings po from San Francisco Bay Area. We have, I know it's Brother Jody who's tuning in and says from the Burlingame locale of BAC Mabuhay. And we have Carmen Jimenez, hello po brethren, watching from the locale of San Francisco Bay Area, California. So thank you so much po to all those who are tuning in. Keep on sending over your greetings in the live chat. So when it comes to, the type of activities and things that you guys all got to do in the Kadua meet and greet, could you tell us a little bit about, what did you do? Like, what was day one like when it came to meeting the other Kadua? Maybe any icebreakers you had to play? Any stories from there as well?
Well, our day one, it was pretty much a free day. So I think the three of us, or actually also Sister Elaine and Sister Irene, we all came a day early. But the official first day was also a free day because that was the day where everyone else was coming in. And it was really just registration, learning or meeting new people, and then there wasn't really much planned, but I know the couple of people from our district, we got the opportunity to actually help out with the district in terms of registration. And I think that really helped us meet a lot of brethren, get to learn their names and where they were from. So it was just a lot of literally meeting and greeting first day.
Heavy on the meeting
Yeah.
on the first day.
Very heavy on the meeting.
Yeah, that's super awesome. Man, were there any fun games that you guys got to play also that kind of stood out as well? Like, or was it more of, actually, something I remember seeing, you guys also had a part in like the social media, right? Like with INC Media.
We did.
What was that like? It was, if you were able to follow, it was posted on INC Media, some of the vlogging and, in moment experiences. What was that like as well?
Sister Felicia and I are not vloggers at all. So it was a first time for everything. It was very new for us and kind of challenged our how social we were and kind of getting other Kadiwa that we haven't met or that we first met to be part of that vlog too. So there were many moments where I was just like, hey, do you want to be part of the vlog? Like let's record a video. And I was so grateful that the Kadiwa that I met weren't hesitant to join. They're very eager to be part of the vlog also.
Yeah, totally. No, that was fun to see. And, for those who tune into INCRadio a lot, I know Sister Erica, she's one of our prominent hosts on INCRadio too, was in the vlogs. And, I recommend definitely going and checking out the videos that were posted on INC Media to kind of show the experience as well. How about for Sister Elaine and Sister Irene? Were there any activities that you all got to participate in that were really fun and memorable for you as well? Who'd like to go first? I see the laughing. Did you do any, let me think, any sports or any fun outdoor activities? I just saw there were sheep there, if I wasn't mistaken, right?
Goats. There were goats.
Did anyone get to milk a goat? Just kidding.
No, we did not get any. At least for me, I was very hesitant about going on the farm and doing the whole petting the animals type thing. But there were cows and there were sheep and I believe there were goats. And there were people that did, see them and take videos and all that stuff with them. So it was cool. I think majority of the time, like what Sister Felicia and Sister Shauna said, it was a lot heavy on like the meeting people because we were helping with like registration and all that stuff. So yeah.
That's awesome. How about for you, Sister Irene? Were there any activities that you really enjoyed participating in as well?
At the farm, we had the line dancing. And so the brethren from Canada showed us yeah.
So that sounds fun. Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of activities that really help, like I guess breaking out of your shell.
Mhm.
Yeah. Do you guys feel that, maybe there was any other like social skills or even that feeling of breaking out of your shell that you were able to gain in the activity?
Yeah, I know. Like, so the area where we were, there was very limited activities, but what was really nice about that, it kind of forced us to like bond with each other. I know, a lot of us would just hang out in the hotel lobby, and then someone would be like, "Oh, do you want to go to the mall, or do you want to go to this food court area? Do you want to go to the botanical gardens?" And so that, you know, because it was like a small city area, that kind of, made us bond with each other, which was really nice. Which allowed us to, meet new people and learn about them and their interests and whatnot. That was really nice. Yeah.
Sorry, I think to add on to
Yeah.
that, like because it was so limited, like no matter where you went to, there was always another group of Kadiwa
Yeah.
there
Awesome.
for you to like socialize with.
Aw, that's cool. Man, that's really awesome. And you mentioned food really briefly, Felicia. Question for all of y'all. Did anyone try poutine? Am I saying it
I
right?
didn't try it.
Yeah. Sister Shauna, first off, could you explain what it is? And
like-
also, how was it?
I don't know if I'll explain it right, but it's like French fries, gravy, and cheese curds. And then where we went to, there was different variations of what poutine was. Like there was like add-ons and stuff like that. I didn't know what I tried. It was something that the other Kadiwa had, and I just took a bite of, but it was like really good.
Interesting. Cool. Yeah, because I know poutine maple syrup.
Oh yeah, I
In
didn't get
Canada
to
as
try
well.
the
Yeah.
maple syrup. That was a lot
Yeah,
though. A lot.
Yeah, for sure. I know those are just some of the things that I know in Canada. It's more or less known for.
Mhm.
That's awesome, though. Yeah. And so, when it came to being able to meet the other Kadiwa, even those who maybe were from different parts of the world or anything, what did you guys get to be able to like bond over or talk about? Because I know maybe it seems like, oh, they're all the way from, United Kingdom. Was it easy to find similarities amongst one another? And, for the
Yeah.
greeting part, meeting part, was it easy to kind of like warm up in friendship?
I know for me, so what was really nice about this activity was that I actually got to just reunite with my friend, Sister Erica. Shout out to Sister Erica. She's from the UK. We both didn't know we were going literally until the day before we were actually going. So that was really nice. And because of her, I was able to meet other brethren that came from the UK. And I also learned that there was also brethren, I think they were from Washington, D.C., that literally just came from London and then went straight to Canada. And because I went to London this past April, I was able to bond over that. So that was really nice. We had that common similarity. So
Yeah, totally. No, I think that's really awesome for sure that even though, it was international, there's always common ground to connect with, right? Sister Shauna, did you have that experience too, where you felt like there was common ground with any of the other Kadiwa you're able to meet?
Did I think it's a how do I explain it? Because we had our 110 concert all over the world on the same day. We had something to talk about, and there's similarities between what songs were performed and shared experiences on if you performed or what you took from that activity as well. Pretty much it.
Cool. How about for you, Alex? Any similarities you got to meet with the?
I mean, me personally, I met a bunch of people that like the same exact type of person I was.
Cool,
So it was really just like talking to like people I grew up with, but just like different countries I'd never met before. But it was like pretty easy to get along.
Awesome. Yeah, for sure. And I feel like especially all being members and having the same experience as Kadiwa in the Church of Christ, like there's always something to bond over, always something to be able to really, just find that common ground to really discuss. And how about within our own district? Were you able to meet anyone new as well, or kind of all able to
Yeah.
prove it right here?
Alex.
Yeah. No, awesome.
I mean, everyone in the district I pretty much didn't know until I got to Canada. But
Cool. Yeah, so that's awesome. Even like, not at the international level, but just within our district, it's a meet and greet too, because, those bonds are really able to be strengthened as well. Do you guys have any stories though as well about what your favorite part was through the whole experience? How about we hear from our online panelists as well? Sister Irene, what was your favorite part if you were to think of all the things that happened in the trip? And then we'll call in
Um,
Sister Elaine after that.
my favorite part was seeing the Kadilas who I met before and making new connections with other Kadilas who gathered in Canada. And yeah, it was a great
Awesome.
experience.
Yeah, for sure. Like the connections and, just meeting those that you can be able to connect with afterward, for sure. How about for you, Elaine? Any favorite parts that you'd like to share?
Pretty much for me, the whole entire experience was really, really memorable. Not just, meeting people within our district and like kind of connecting with people we haven't seen in a while. It's also just like connecting with everyone basically throughout the world, especially since it was like an international Kiddo conference, or sorry, meet and greet. And I think one of my biggest key takeaway was God definitely puts you in certain situations, and it really kind of helps you break out of your kind of little bubble and breaks you out of your comfort zone to where you're a little bit more comfortable being uncomfortable, which I also think is like really really great in terms of it's one of the things that I'm going to continue to keep with me, especially when I perform like my duties, especially in like Kadiwa or in District Kadiwa. So it was a really really great experience for me. I'm pretty sure for all of us as well.
Awesome. That was well said. Yeah. And well, we'll go ahead and read one comment as well from the live chat. Brother Michael Guerrero shared that his favorite part was seeing the brethren from different parts of the world getting together and bonding as if they've been friends for a long time already. So yeah, that's always nice, especially when you meet brethren, like feeling that you've known them for so long, right? Any other favorite parts that you all would like to share as well about?
and, the banquet, the dinner was pretty cool. Just everyone dressed to the nines, just socializing. It's definitely like my favorite part.
Cool. Was that a formal part of it as well? That's awesome. Yeah.
And I think what I really like about the banquet is that they set up in a way where you had to meet new people, because the moment you walk in, they give you a number. That number corresponds to a table, and that table is filled, with brethren from different districts. And what was really nice, I've actually shared this with one of my authors, was that everyone was open. No one was, alone. If they did feel uncomfortable, like we found ways to like interact with them and make them feel comfortable. And so that's what I think what I really like about this activity is that even though we all came from different parts of the world and we may not know each other as much, that people were willing to open up and interact with each other. And it was nice because they gave us like these passports, and they basically had these passports to like get each other's contact information. And I just remember all of us here were like, oh, it's like, do you have social media? Do you have Instagram? Like, yeah, give us your handle. And everyone was like willing to do it. Everyone was willing to take pictures with each other. Like, they're like, for me, it wasn't like there was no awkward moment because everyone was just so open to socializing and to know.
Nice. Shauna, what was your favorite part?
I guess to just tie everything together, like my favorite part was, every social interaction, every activity that we did, it was just a safe space to be vulnerable. It takes a lot to be out there and be social and whatnot. And at the Kadiwa meet and greet, you were able to meet and greet and like get to know people. It's
true.
And make new forever friends.
Yeah.
And like I wouldn't have thought that I'd make friends from all these districts, from Canada, from Virginia, from Washington D.C., mountain states, like SoCal, even though they're like right there. Um, so it was a blessing and a great opportunity to really have that bond with Kadiwa all over the world.
Awesome. Yeah, no, that's really great to hear. And, it's so amazing that the church and the church administration puts this much care into the activities that we have now, that, we're able to know how the brethren are doing all the way across the world, or even just across the country, right? Because we have these kind of activities. And, I love how Elaine put it, that there's activities, or there's positions God puts you in that can kind of help you to grow socially and be able to meet others. Would you guys say there were other ways as well that this trip really impacted the faith of the Kadiwa?
I know for me, so I think I mentioned earlier about like we were given the opportunity to help out in the district, and I'm not a district Kadima officer, but I know Sister Shauna is, Sister Elaine is, and because of them, they really inspired me to help out with the district Kadima over there when they needed help. We did all the small things, but honestly, it made such a huge impact. Just so we can, and I mean, I think in all of us, like we just have like that desire to help, like genuinely wanting to help, and just seeing them, just so thankful for us to, help out in a way. And I think that really showed me, like what I'm capable of. And I think it kind of goes hand in hand with what Sister Elaine said, God puts you in in these different positions to help you, help you reflect on yourself and realize what you are capable of. And I know it was just really nice to be part of that experience. It was a unique experience, definitely for us. It's Kitty was from Bay Area, so that really good. That I took.
Well said. Sushana, anything to add? Or Brother Alex, or even any of the panelists on the live chat, or on the live call as well, that you'd also like to add about it?
Sister Felicia covered a lot of it. But they really just kind of opened my eyes, just seeing people helping out with different interactions that I want to do more and just get more involved. But pretty much covered it.
I think, like what was mentioned before, like activities like this kind of show Kadiwa that you're not alone. Like there's not only people from your district, but people all over the world that could probably have the same life experience as you have, or going through the same thing. And just to have that opportunity to kind of meet these people, and like have those friends that you can rely on, and build that bond with them. Great. Thanks, Lauren.
Cool. Anything our online panelists would like to add on about their experience, or even ways that maybe they felt like they grew through this experience? All good, all good. Well, thank you all so much for sharing. And, like I mentioned, it's so amazing that these international opportunities are coming up for us now as Kadiwa inside the Church of Christ. And, of course, INCRadio as well, just throwing that in there. It is also an international, way to connect and way to speak to people. So, like, we have those in the Philippines who are in the chat as well. Actually, we have one greeting, Virtue Dazo, watching from the locale of Buena Vista district of Tandag. And Mario Oka, good day here in the Philippines, and stay safe, brethren, all the way from district of Caloocan North. And hopefully I'm pronouncing that as well, or right as well. But, it's really amazing. And, I hope for those who want to be able to participate in future, international trips or Kadiwa meet and greets, that they kind of feel that inclination or inspiration to now do that, especially with all the ways that you all were able to benefit from the trip. Well, thank you so much for all those who tuned into INCRadio this evening. We hope you enjoyed our recap of the Kadiwa meet and greet. And before you sign off again, we'd like to say our thank yous to our panelists who joined us all here today. And thank you so much to those who support and help us out, both in the districts of Silicon Valley, California, as well as Bay Area, California. So within Silicon Valley, we would like to go ahead and thank our overseeing CFO overseer, Brother Francis Valencia, as well as our Assistant District Minister, Brother Alex Onyate, as well as the District Supervising Minister, Brother Noel S. Gasman. Here within Bay Area, California, we'd like to give our thanks to our multimedia advisor, Brother Sean Adam, to our CFO overseer, Brother Alex Laredo, to our Assistant District Minister, Brother Raywell Del Rosario, as well as to our District Supervising Minister, Brother Jojo Bayani. Thank you also so much to those who have helped us within the INCRadio team, our Kuya Tech all the way in the Philippines, as well as our executive producer, Brother Manly Andaya. Thank you also so much to our SEBSI CEO and CFO coordinator, Brother Angelo Manalo, as well as to our executive minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, for constantly helping us in these activities, as well as in the platform of INCRadio. We hope you all enjoyed our broadcast today, and we'll see you next time. And have a great Friday, everyone. See you soon.
A wake-up call for us all, whom God has called into the fold. He expects us to act and be prepared for the end. God is placing the finishing touches on His work of salvation. Let's be vigilant, sisters and brothers. Our time cannot be wasted. Let's keep busy and doing good works. God's words we must obey. One with the church administration that our Lord God placed. They're always teaching us to stay in the church of Christ, because we'll only be saved if we remain inside. Be active and endure. The end is coming fast.
Alicia has a whole roster. Sister Shauna also has a whole roster. Brother Alex also